Hey, I'm back out fresh on the scene. Franchise.
Yo, yo, yo. What's good, fam? Welcome back to React and Relate with Nova and Surge. Today we diving into something that a lot of us have felt, but might not always talk about. You know what I'm saying? We talking about weird vibes and weird energy, and to those extra requirements, man, that you have to do sometimes, like kind of go out of your way to connect with friends and associates. But I'm your boy, your host, soulsurge.
What's up, y'all? I'm novablaze. Now, you know we gotta keep real and relatable over here on this side. We've all had these moments where the vibe just isn't right or the energy is off. It can make friendships and connections feel like it's mission impossible. Let's break it down.
Facts. First off, now what do we mean by weird vibes and weird energy? You know what I'm saying? Like, it's that gut feeling when you get something that doesn't sit right. Like, say for instance, man, you out with your friends and you vibing, yeah, and you know that either something about to go down or somebody's energy around you, yeah, is off, and you just get that gut feeling like, man, I don't know, maybe we need to step out of this situation. Like those types of situations, you know what I'm saying? And even if everything seemed fine on the surface, sometimes it's people, you know, giving off that strange or that negative energy that can really mess with your peace of mind. And especially these days, man, we definitely need peace of mind.
Definitely agree with you. Like when it's like, let's see, it's like when you walk into a room and you can just feel the tense. Like, you gotta be the bigger person, or you feel like super big fake energy in the room. Y'all know what I mean. You get that energy, man. It's all about reading those unspoken just words, and just you need to just listen to how people talk. You can just hear the fakeness and the little extra words, the little marks that they do. Peep the shit. Now, have you ever experienced weird vibes or weird energy, for one? And then the second question is, how did you handle it? Please drop your stories in the comments.
Now, let's talk about why this happened. One big reason is mismatched expectations. Sometimes people have different ideas about what friendship or connections should look like. And that's the sad part about it. Now, let's say for instance, maybe you're a laid back person, but you got a friend or an associate that they always expect like some type of constant attention or validation, you know, in order for you to be their friend. And sometimes, man, they can create conflict. Like when things feel one-sided a lot of the times, you know what I mean? Now, you know, like what if you're more of a homie person, or you don't like just getting out as much? Like, you have your moments where you want to get out, but sometimes you want to just chill. And you'll always got that friend that just want to kind of push the button. Hey man, let's do this, let's do that, let's do this, let's do that type of energy. And they always have that energy when it's something that they expect. You know what I mean? But then when it's something that you would want to do, they don't give it that type of attention. And that's
a different thing.
Yeah, so that's what I mean by, like, you know, it can cause that conflict between two people.
Yeah, you're right. And speaking of extra requirements, let's get into that. Let's just get into that point. Now, you know, those friends and associates who seem to have that checklist, you know, they got it just for you. That part of the best, you know, just your part. And it's like you gotta dress a certain way, you gotta talk a certain way. Man, you gotta always be available to they energy.
Man, and it's really exhausting. But why do people have these extra requirements? Like, a lot of it comes from like insecurity, you know what I'm saying? And or maybe just trying to fit in with certain social standards. And sometimes every social circle may not be your vibe. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
And sometimes, man, people will project their own fears and insecurities into other people. And a lot of times they can create a toxic environment. And we all make those types of mistakes. And I even make that mistake here and there. You know what I'm saying? But
Everybody
I
has.
got a question. Listeners, what extra requirements have you faced in your friendships? And also, how'd you deal with them?
Man. Now let's bring some real world scenarios into this. Have you ever had a friend who always makes you feel like you're not doing enough, or like no matter how much you're there for them, it's never enough? That's weird energy right there. It's important to recognize each and on and set boundaries. Like you can't just be one sided with shit. Like money
Now,
bag.
now that's definitely facts. And boundaries are key, y'all. Like you gotta protect your own peace. Just like what I was saying in the beginning, man. Because I mean, times is hard, and certain situations, man, it could end up going all the way left these days. So, man, you really just gotta protect your own peace, man. Because people are not in their right mind these days. So if someone's vibe or their energy is just consistently off,
Get away
it's
from
okay.
it.
Yeah, it's for real because just like what I was saying, like man, people just on like different type of time these days. The energy is just different these days. So yeah, man, if you feel like something not right or you feel like dang this situation can go left, man, distance yourself and surround yourself with people that's gonna uplift you, give you that positive energy, positive confirmation that can make you feel like you're yourself and not necessarily drain you. So, what is your take on this one, Nova?
Man, I totally agree. Everything you just said, Serge. And sometimes it's about communication. If you feel a weird vibe or energy, don't be afraid to address it. Address that real quick in a hurry. Maybe it's just a misunderstanding between y'all two, and you just gotta address it sometimes. Because sometimes when I say some things to people and I don't mean it that way, but how I come off or how I say it, they think it's a whole different way than what it is. So I address, plenty of friends, family about stuff all the time, and they were like, "Oh, I didn't know you mean it like that." I'm like, "Yeah, I kind of figured you was gonna say that because people can look at stuff different ways." So, but it's the main thing about just being understanding, or don't nobody never want to be misunderstand. Like, don't want to. You always want to know what people feel, right? You want somebody to be blunt with you.
Yeah, I mean, and a lot of time, man, it's all about how you're coming off to someone, especially if you know how the person is. Like, you can't always handle every situation the
The
same
same.
with every person. You just can't.
Everybody's
So
a different book.
yeah, so you got to know your person, in that situation.
Mm-hmm.
So
So if things don't change, you just gotta move on. Life is too short. Life is too short to be around bad energy. It is.
facts. So listeners, man, we talked about weird vibes, man, weird energy, and those extra requirements that make connecting with people a struggle. So I have a question. Now, what's been your experience and how do you navigate these tricky situations? Man, we want to hear from y'all. What's y'all opinions on that?
Man, and remember to keep your circle tight. You don't have to have a big circle. Just keep your circle tight. And with those who genuinely, support you, don't let weird vibes and bad energy bring you down. Don't do that. Thanks for tuning in to the React and Relate with Nova and Surge. Make sure you like and you better push that subscribe button and share this podcast.
Oh yeah, man, and peace and love, y'all. Stay lit and keep your energy positive. We out.